have really dressed this one up. How cute. And she's showing you the part of the story, that rib trim with the button detail at the cuff. But you're also getting rib trim all the way around like the neck and going down the front of this piece since it is open, the bottom of it, and then pockets to boot. This is a really cute piece. Ladies, I'm going to grab I know my specs, but I don't have yours memorized. And sometimes I might be presenting a pressure washer. Well, because I do so much like home improvement stuff. And then I'll be doing fashion the next day, so it's hard to keep it all memorized. So we'll start with Nina, if we don't mind. She's wearing this in that beautiful, not too cool neutral that we refer to as putty. And Miss Nina, are you in your regular medium here? Okay, I have to brag on that dress that you're wearing because that dress is so affordable. It's around $21 for the dress. And see where this is falling on Nina in that Missy size of medium. She's getting the coverage she would want. I'm guessing if you were wearing leggings, this could be the perfect little topper to cover the backside, cover the hips, cover the upper thigh. Not too short, not too long, no matter your height. And I'll make that case for me at 5'4" in a second. But let's celebrate Miss Suzanne because she looks so fresh with an obi belt and a pleated skirt. Isn't this look adorable? This is Denim Company in 2019 with a fun fashion earring. And so this color, this is the Antique Berry, and Suzanne is 5'8", and are you in your normal extra, extra small?
Exactly.
Most outstanding. And see how cute it is with the pockets, and it's just open and easy. Sometimes when something isn't just open, but let's say it butterflies, it cascades. For me, since I'm fuller busted, if it adds bulk to my chest, I am not that interested. I don't want to do that. I like how clean this is on the front. And see, I push the sleeve up a little bit. There are your pockets. So I'm in the size extra small, but my normal size at QVC is the small. So you can see even in a size down, it's not like tight. It's not a sausage casing at all. And then I'm wearing it for you in the indigo. But I was telling you about my height. I'm 5'4". Now I'm in a taller shoe right now, but that does not change my proportions at all. This is not too long. So where it's coming to me, it gives me a couple of inches past my fingertips. So when you think about, you know, some of your dresses that come right around the knee, that's the top of my knee. So how cute would this be, sort of styling it as a duster, the way you've seen it on the ladies, or for me, that I can roll up an ankle jean and that it still doesn't feel out of whack. That, you know, when you put on different bottoms, whether it's a skirt or a dress, not a bottom, but a dress, jeans, whatever it happens to be, and you look in the mirror and you go, now does this make sense? Do I like this look together? I think you'll find that this cardigan ends up going back to so much of what you already own, and it just works because this is Denim Company. It's a brand that we have treasured here at the Q for 25 years. This show is all clearance. So in the case of this essential, you're saving $16. And I'm telling you, this is the priciest, hate to use air quotes, but I'm doing it. It's the priciest item in the show. It's still under $34. And the good news is you don't forego your exchange policy. You don't forego returns when something's on clearance. And you certainly don't forego quality when you find clearance at QVC. This isn't getting it home and there's a hole in it or there's a stain on it or there's something that's going to leave you disappointed. That is not what we do. I understand with a lot of places where you can shop apparel, and that's the way clearance works. That's not us. And this is a line you'll only find here at QVC. So I would just ask you, try it on Easy Pay. Get it home. Put it on with what you're wearing at that very second, even if it doesn't feel right. Because I just popped this on over top of this long sleeve essential and then let my green come through, the indigo. But the indigo now gives me harmony with my denim, a little Sam Edelman wedge, like for an impromptu outfit. Cute, right? Yeah. So colors again.
Finishes everything.
Suzanne, it finishes everything. True dat. Indigo, she's wearing it. Okay, you love the indigo. I'm glad to hear it. Popular and most limited in the color that I popped on. So we'll see if we've got many more left if I keep it on. Suzanne's wearing it in the Antique Berry. And then on Nina, she has it on in the putty. Stay tuned for some of what you see our models in because could be in this show. I'll also let you know that if you ever see anything that we don't present, you can search Models Closet on QVC.com. And find maybe some of the things you go, wait a second, who makes those shoes? We try to put it all in one place. Easy to search, Models Closet, QVC.com. Okay, Nina, you don't get to leave the party just yet, girl. Because this dress, this was one that I looked at it and went, I'm sorry. Are we presenting a dress for less than we usually see tank tops at? And it's true, $21.84 for a dress that was more than $55, which means you are saving a whopping $34 today in a sleeveless V-neck tiered dress with the ruffle detail. Now, if you don't want to show your arms, how smart does it look with the cardigan we just presented? I think this would also be really cute with denim jackets or some of the knit jackets and pieces from Denim Company. If that's how you'd like to do it, maybe dress it down a little bit, you could. But then look here, Gabrielle's wearing it. Got a darling handbag and a dressier sandal. Doesn't she look awesome in this? And I think it's the way the top part of this is done with that overlay that makes it feel more elevated, not just a regular dress. And certainly the tiers give you more movement, more femininity, and I think it also helps shape the body nicely. $21.84. And then there's this, because I did say at the beginning of the show, not everything is available on Easy Pay, but I'm going to break it down for you every chance I get. That when you shop with the Q card today, you do get Easy Pay 4 months to pay for whatever it is that suits your fancy. So in the case of this dress, it would be right around $5.50 to get this piece home. So what are your colors? Well, you're going to have 5 options here. We've got you covered in some bright, some basics, some softer options as well. This is the true red, and it is. But this is not a color that I look and go, well, now that's a warm weather shade. I would wear this color red in the fall and put a little suede ankle boot with this and a jacket like I mentioned, but only 2 dozen left in true red. Extra small and large only in this color. Here's deep olive. Like my essential is done in deep olive. See how nicely all of these colors work back when we name them the same. We have extra small to 1X in the deep olive. This is the bright navy. And so compared to indigo, see how my indigo is a little bit dustier? That's bright navy, and right next to it you can see the black. So this isn't, you know, if the lighting is less than ideal in your closet, you reach for it and you think it's black, you're definitely going to know this is blue. Here is the black. If you look at the price and think at 60% off, maybe I'll get a color and I'll get that black because I know I'm going to live in that dress. And then this is the color from Denim Company that we call New Antique Rose, and it goes back so nicely with the rose browns. If you ever shop for that color from this line, $21.84 for this dress. It's done in 58% cotton, in 39% rayon, and then 3% spandex. So in terms of the way that it feels, and I'm just going to pull it up here since there's no elastic in this portion, just so you can see the way the fabric moves within my hand. But it's so nicely executed here because that is see how that's 2 layers of fabric. So you've got this overlay that covers the bust area, and that'll go all the way around. They did not skip, because I've seen plenty of designers that just ended at the side seam, give you interest in the front, but not in the back. Denim Company, they finish it off, so see how nicely that is. If you ever get self-conscious about, you know, this part of the area with a bra perhaps and any of that bulge, how pretty and flattering is that going to be, just sort of skating over the body? And then we kick it down to an elasticized waist. Very soft elastic. This is not cutting into you in an area where most of us would rather not have something tight. So nice soft elastic there that it helps define your shape. And then as we go down the body of this skirt, you're going to notice 3 tiers. Nice soft shearing, so it's not too voluminous, just enough to help punctuate those beautiful tiers. And so for this fabric, lots of fibers that we can pronounce, that we understand. So that means that it is machine wash, tumble dry. So beautiful colors here. I'll remind you again, we've got New Antique Rose, black, bright navy, deep olive, true red. And then on the ladies, you're going to see the deep olive and the black. I think this is a beautifully flattering piece because of the construction. It's sort of like that instant skinny that Gary Gobin, lead designer, always talks about. And I wish he was my date for this show. But ladies, can you imagine Gary getting a day off? I know, today was that day that he always talks about what they do at Denim Company and these objectives, and looking at a piece and saying, you know, if you love a dress, that's great, but what can we do to step it up, to make it figure flattering, no matter your size, no matter your shape, no matter your age, what's going to work for all of us? So for Nina at 5'9", she's wearing it in the medium, in the black, and it looks nice on the television, but I'm going to tell you right now, the details pop even more in person in that black. And you can see them there on Gabrielle. She's wearing the deep olive choice. And Gab, we were talking earlier about sizing. Are you in the medium in this dress? So beautiful fit there in the medium. And see how tiny her waist looks? But she's got room for her curves in this piece. And so we never want you to feel like, you know, yeah, I wore it, but gosh, I was not comfortable. You're going to be comfortable in this piece because of the way it was designed and because of the fabric. It's a 1-2 punch. The V neckline is not too low. The armholes are not oversized. These are the things that if we refer to it as being a block. And so I understand that's not like the sexiest word of all, but in fashion, there's sort of this idea that you don't reinvent the wheel. If you can nail the way something fits and then dial up the details with each generation of something, that's what we're looking for. Denim Company understands that you want straps at the top that are wide enough to cover a bra strap, that you don't want armholes that are so large that now you're showing parts of the body that maybe you think aren't the cutest, or a neckline that's so plunging that you cannot confidently bend over and pick up a little one, or grab something off the bottom shelf at the grocery store, but still saying you love style. Awesome. You're getting it with this piece. And today, with Your Style Live and Denim Company on QVC2, we know you are looking for a deal. And there are, oh, the red has sold out. I was going to say there are a few other items in the show that I would say, as far as value goes, if we were to have a competition, this dress would be on the podium. So I want to show you the colors again, because the red is gone. There she was past tense, no longer an option. This deep olive is going to be the next to go. So if you love the look of it, make sure you're shopping this one right now. What sizes do we have left, Scott? Extra small through extra large available still in this one. And once it's gone, that's it. We're not reordering these pieces. Here is the bright navy. We've also got your new dress in black. And then that beautiful soft shade of pink. We call this new antique rose. $21.84 for a dress that was more than $55 when it debuted. And do you see on the screen right now? It's customer top rated. Read the reviews and see why women have been so tickled with this piece that you're now getting at a crazy good deal. And I do like it with the cardigan that Nina and I are both wearing. Really smart combination. A307633. And if I'm doing the quick math, Miss Nina, I think we could get your entire look for right around $54. 55 bucks for the dress and the cardi. Okay. Where's the skirt? Where's the skirt? Well, we saw it on Suzanne, and I really did like her colorway. Shades of pink and some navy, but you just wait till you see the other color combination that I'm about to treat you to. I love this skirt. It's a really cool piece, and when you look at it, if you're familiar with Denim Company over the years, that might not be the first guess of the brand that brought this to QVC. Well, this is the studio line, and so that is more of the like fashion forward division within Denim Company, where we're still getting the fit that you would want for our bodies. We're not talking about, you know, teenagers and you think, gosh, is that really going to work for me? Trust the fit, but if you love pattern and color and pleats in this case, check out Studio. I think you're going to like what this line has to offer. This is the printed pull-on pleated skirt, now on clearance for $29.52. Remember, first quality, great price. In this case, $16 off. So the first color is dark raspberry, but you'll notice here some brighter shades of blush. There's Merlot within this one as well, and there's also navy. So if you've got, let's say, a dark indigo denim jacket, how cute would that be to take what feels like, oh, well, that's naturally a dressy piece because of the look of this and the pleats. Try it with denim or a denim shirt. I'd love that look. But then look at this one. What the heck? There's something about this cinnamon color with the bright red and the teal, and the black makes all of those other colors stand out. This is the butterscotch choice, and doesn't it look like you just unwrapped a piece of butterscotch? That's just so... Oh, Suzanne just said that would look so good with a suede knee-high boot. Yes, 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 because after all, this is fall fashion. We are going into a period where a lot of us... Now, I like the weather better this time of year. I like the fashion better going into the season ahead, because to me, it's about texture and having fun with layers. We can do that more once it starts to cool down, and the color palettes start to change a little bit as well. The fabric on this one, I want you to understand, it's 100% polyester, but the polyester here, because you know there are different grades for that like there are anything else in life. This is not the sort of polyester that borders on chiffon. This does have weight to it, and do you see all of those pleats? So don't iron it. We don't want you to do that. Don't try to get those pleats out of it. But they're more of a micro pleat. So when you look here at the waist, you know, there are different forms of pleats, so box pleats, that sort of thing. This treats more like a ruching at the waist, so we're not talking about adding bulk to the waistline. And do you see that piece of elastic there? It is stitched down all the way around this skirt, so it's never going, in fact, double stitch, it's never going to roll on you. It's going to stay where you would want it to, so never fussing with a pull-on skirt that looks like it should have a side zipper and a button or some other clasp on it, but easy to get right on. Size range with this piece, it's extra, extra small to 3X, and I'll circle back to care, because I was talking to you about not ironing this one because you want to keep those permanent pleats permanent. The care on this one is so simple. It is machine wash, tumble dry. So you're going to treat this just like you do your essentials, and just throw it in the washing machine, take it out of the dryer, and then look like that. Now I always do this. When I shop clothes on QVC, I always think that I'm going to have your bodies, or like somehow I'll have your smile or your hair, because I'm like, oh, if they look that good in this skirt, then maybe I'll get the whole package. But you're going to look like this in the skirt for sure. And look at the way Suzanne has styled this one. She's put that essential on in the navy with the skirt, and so layering it then with the cardigan that we started this program, and then the little fall booty. So cute, really good look in that shade of dark raspberry. And I'll remind you about sizing here too, especially I think with dresses and skirts, it's helpful to know the height of our models. Suzanne is 5'8", so you can see where it hits on her below the knee for sure. More of a midi length on this one. We don't have that in the description, but that's how I'd call this one out, because it is not at the knee, nor is it at the ankle. So a nice midi length, which I think looks really cute. Do you guys ever see Amy Strand in midi length pieces? And she looks so adorable.
Yes.
So if you're petite, I think you'll find that this midi length looks really flattering on you. And this is where you try something that normally you think, I don't know, can I do that? Is that going to work for me? Wear it out. You've got 30 days to exchange it for a different color or size. You've got 30 days to return it if you would want to do that. But that's what I like about doing clearance here, is because there is no downside. And that butterscotch on you, Gabby, is so
pretty.
Fresh. My goodness.
It's like modern art.
Oh, it's
yeah,
like
I
modern
love
art.
modern art.
Can we get an extra microphone? Suzanne has so many points to make in this show, but it does feel like you're walking through a gallery and you see something that's just like, oh my gosh, I need that for my house.
Yeah.
Why not have that for your body to be able to dress in such an artistic, eye-catching way? And when you can do it for under $30, I am hard-pressed to come up with a reason for you to not get this skirt right now. It's such a special piece. It's like I was saying, the essentials, we're going to cover those in this show, but Denim Company has such an incredible range that they can deliver on a tee like the one that I'm wearing, and then also give you a skirt like this. We have 6 designers at Denim Company. Gary Gobin, the head cheese. We're going to hear from him later on via video, so we'll try to get you a little bit of a dose of Gary in the show eventually. I was just touching on the essentials, and that is one of the programs that you would think within Denim Company would be easy to get it right, but it's funny how the slightest, the nuances within these pieces are so critical. This is a crossover V-neck long sleeve top on clearance now for $22.44. So you're saving right around 35% off. That equates to $15 back to you. We do have 4 choices in this one, so these are the pieces that I often think about as multiples, because you don't realize you need them until it's too late. And then you think, self, the next time I get a chance to get an essential like that, I better stock up. Well, clearance is just that opportunity where you go, do I have an olive something that I can wear for the utility trend that is everywhere? And when I was talking to Gary, it's funny what he was telling me about shades like what Gabby is wearing. This is the copper, and he said, Mary, the rusts, the coppers, these harvest tones are flying within Denim Company. So for you to be able to get what everybody else wants, today on clearance, that's a special opportunity. So we'll start here with the copper, most limited in sizes. We've got 1X and 3X. Next over, this is the indigo. So I'm going to play just for a sec. I like to do the idea of a modern twin set. So remember this cardigan that we saw at the top of the hour in indigo, how nice it looks back with the indigo essential. But I did some color blocking, so I've got it on here in the deep olive. And our size range with this color is extra small to 3X. We have those same sizes here on the end with the rose brown. And I was wearing this color. There's a faux leather peplum jacket from the studio line on QVC.com. I was wearing it the other day in a classic beige with this shirt in this color and then a dark indigo jean. And I just thought, what a smart combination of doing like different colors, but it was also put together. Very comfortable though, and we're talking about these essentials. Not all Denim Company essentials are done in the same fabric, so I'll share with you this one is a mix of cotton, rayon, and spandex, but you can see here how much stretch, but it's not just about stretch, because if it stretches but it doesn't recover, well, now that's no good, because we don't want it to look like a, you know, a boxy sack on you. We want it to fit you the way it was intended, so that's why we love the recovery in this fabric, but still drapey, but there's guts to this. Seasonless. Now, I'm not saying that it's so thick that you feel like you couldn't wear it right now if you do love a long sleeve, but I do like the weight of this one because I always quote my mom. We talk a lot, and when we do speak, it's quite often about fashion because she's always, you know, what's happening today on QVC? Oh, Mom, I've got Denim Company. Oh, you know, and then like that leads to wherever. It's like chasing different rabbits. But with fabrics, because she's curvier, we always talk about the different weights. And while she loves rayon and spandex, sometimes the weight of those fabrics can be a little bit thinner. And so she's always asking me about different lines here at the Q and the fabrics within each one and wondering, what do you think is going to work for me? What am I going to feel confident in? Because she doesn't always want to have to layer. It's nice to have options, but you know, it can be a little bit tough when you find an essential if it's something that you can only wear over or under another piece. Now you're limited. I like an essential that's cut perfectly, that's in a fabric that is body loving, that you can wear by itself. And both of our girls are wearing this, both women, because you're women, are wearing this alone, and you can see how flattering the neckline is. That's why we call it a crossover V-neck. So you can see it's just the slightest little crossover detail at the top of the neckline. It's not like a surplice, like it's not a full crossover in that way. The body of this one is all one piece, but you get just a little bit of a crossover detail. I'll show you here on me because we're twinning. This is the crossover detail that I was mentioning. By the way, both of these necklaces are from QVC in case you're interested. And I'll show you our today's special value. So we're talking about jewelry. Yes, beautiful gold hoop earrings today because it's our Klondike Gold Rush event happening on our sister channel. If you love the look of doing jewelry, that's what I like about these essentials, is because you're never locked in. You're not pigeonholed into, oh, I can only wear that with that, or I can only wear that if I don't have jewelry on. These essentials are awesome canvases. And I think this palette is year-round. I mean, I added this indigo cardigan over top of the deep olive, but here Nina's wearing just the deep olive more casually with a knit pull-on bottom, and I think that looks great together with a sneaker. All of our shoes are from QVC. That color blocking is so fresh. But one of the things that I like about Denim Company, because this idea of doing tonal is really big right now as well. When you're shopping and doing, if you have a blazer, doing the shirt underneath in the same color, kind of creating that suited look, you can do that with your knit essentials. There's no reason not to. And so when you find something from Denim Company that has the word copper in it, in the case of Gabby, then you know that that same copper is going to be the same color, even if it's a different fabric, as what you're picking up today in this essential on clearance for $22.44. So Miss Suzanne has now sauntered in the rose brown. So while you look at her, I think I'm going to run over and just grab the other color, so then that way you can see all four of them and we'll all just hang out together. Suzanne, that's such a simple outfit. Don't you think, like the idea of having, it's a t-shirt and jeans, right? Is there anything complicated about her outfit? Of course not. This is so relatable, understandable, approachable, if that's how you want to dress. But adding a flat that's the same color as her tee. This is what I was trying to say about going tonal. It's fresh, it's classic and fresh together. Well, Gabby, we've really enjoyed having your company. You've sold out, my friends. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. The next to go is going to be this indigo. And I want to help you shop for an outfit. So what do we have here left in the indigo? We have small through 3X. So still a nice range of sizes in this color, but not many in any one of those sizes. We were just talking about the t-shirt with the shoes that Suzanne is wearing. I want you to think about the cardigan with this tee. So we started with this clearance price cardigan under $34. Now your essential. So do you see how beautiful that color story is together? And then if you wanted to do it with blue jeans, like this jean that's coming up in the show, starting at under 20 bucks for the jean.
That's really cute.
It does look really cute, doesn't it? And then now your jewelry becomes the star. If you want the gold hoop that I'm wearing, I noticed the two of you are wearing 14 karat gold hoop and a chance to customize with that today's special value, because you can choose your size. Like you can see Nina's hoop is a little bit smaller. You can choose your size, you can choose your gold, you can choose your texture, and that's going to be our last gold today's special value earring of the entire year. So if you want, as we think with Denim Company, putting a twist on the classic, I'm looking at these textures in this hoop and I think that's a twist on the classic, and that's what I think a lot of us are looking for. Where there are parts of your personality that you would definitely say, like the way that I relate to my friends, my family, to my colleagues, to my community. You might take a classic traditional approach to a lot of those things. But then maybe with fashion, I don't know, I like to experiment a little bit. I mean, there's a reason that when I look back at pictures from the 80s and 90s, some of them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I like what's happening with fashion now, but I don't want to give up some of what makes me feel good in my clothes. And that's why we love essentials. I also don't want fussy. I'm not interested if I ask the two of you, like, do you have extra time every day where you'd say, yeah, I've got a few hours that I could give up? No way, none of us do. Whether you've got kids or you work really hard or all of the above. Machine wash, tumble dry. So this color, this is the indigo, beautiful on, isn't it? The one that I'm wearing, Suzanne, would you come back for 1 second? Suzanne's like, I'm getting out of here.
No,
just kidding.
I thought I had to go.
No, they told you to leave, I know. This color, this is the deep olive. And then the reason I wanted Suzanne to be here was so that you could see the rose brown on the body, and then we sold out of the copper. So size range, it is really nice. Yeah. It's a great fit, and the good news is when you put it in the washing machine and you take it out of the dryer, it's still going to fit and look like this compared to the t-shirt that shrinks and then gets boxy. And you're like, well, I guess I could clean house with this, certainly not in it. Nope, nope, nope. Money well spent with Denim Company and the essentials. All right, I'm gonna keep wearing that tee, so if you've got any questions about it, then I'll remind you here on me. The cardigan we started with, the jeans are coming up, but I wanted to give you a couple of customer top rated pieces in this show because I think that's the most exciting way to save is on something that has been well received, where it's like, well, did the women who already spent more money, did they love it? Well, now the clearance price super rocks. And in the case of this blouse, a floral printed button front long sleeve blouse, this has a 4.6 rating out of 5. Your price is now $28.92 with an easy payment of $14.46 that expires at the end of the day. Each one of these prints features 3 colors, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like it so much is because you get that silhouette, but then there's contrast in each one of them. So this choice, this is the black, but you're going to notice there's a beautiful creamy color, sort of an ivory, but then that bold magenta meets violet shade. That is so pretty on, and I feel like very flattering. This next option, if you love the utility color palette that a lot of us are seeing and celebrating, and we know how much Gary loves his olives, this is the deep olive, and that's where you're going to get some tan and then some cream with this choice as well. Next over is the dark chocolate, and we have well, in this one we've got extra, extra small to 3X, so full range here. A little bit more limited in the first two that I showed you. With the dark chocolate, that's where you're getting your ivory and then the rose brown shade. If you think about that essential we were just showing, I guarantee this would look great over that, treating it as a jacket. And then your fourth and final option here is going to be the navy, but that's where you get that stunning turquoise with the ivory. You could treat that ivory as white, like this with a white jean right now, but then a wide leg, winter white pant, or a jean, like a sailor jean of some kind. How pretty would that be? This is now $13 off for a customer top rated piece. So when I was looking at the reviews, because even if something's not customer top rated, I always try to look at the reviews and understand what's loved about it, what's the takeaway if you didn't love something about it. With this one, I loved the review that said bright and comfortable. And I thought, you know, in a blouse, that's hard to beat. A blouse that, yes, bright, because this is a stretch woven crepe, and so it's going to take color nicely no matter which one you choose. But to have a blouse that's comfortable, that you don't feel like you're fighting it throughout the day, because I think a lot of us are wearing blouses to places where we're sitting. And maybe that for you, that could be church. It might be going to an office where you're typing and spending a lot of time in front of a computer. Well, with some blouses, I feel like they get tight throughout the day through the bust, or that they cut me off here at that shoulder seam at the arm. But this, let me just show you the stretchability in this fabric. So it's not going to stretch the way an Essential from Denim Co would, but it's definitely enough stretch in this fabric so that it's now not going to pull here at the bust. But do you see even how closely set together these buttons are? So we're not talking about leaving you that much room. We're talking about buttons that are set like this apart. So now that if you are curvier and you shy away from button fronts in general because you just had bad experiences, I'd ask you to try this one. But what you're going to feel is the softness of this fabric, because you would almost expect it to be maybe a little bit scratchier, a little bit unpleasant in some way. It's not. It's got a silky but yet a matte hand to it. It's kind of like a flower petal. It's reminding me in that way, flower print, flower petal. You're going to see here that there's a traditional point collar on this one. And I'm just going to open up a few of these because I would like this kind of relaxed like that and then do a pretty necklace inside of this one and pop that collar up a little bit. You could style it that way. Might be tough to see with the print, but there is a chest pocket, kind of a little bit on the smaller side, so more for accent unless you wanted to stick a credit card or $1 or something down into it. And then a long sleeve here, but I'll show you. So we're not talking casual, because sometimes when I see the rolled tabs here, I think, well, now that would be nice to roll it up. This truly is a clean long sleeve, and you're going to notice here functional button at the cuff. So if you did want to roll it up, let's say you're going into that meeting and you're showing them you're serious. I always laugh with the politicians when they take off their tie or they roll up their sleeve, like that's supposed to let us all know how hard they're working. Oh my God, it's a little dramatic. Colors one more time. We've got it for you in the navy, in dark chocolate, and then the two that you see on the gals, deep olive. Oh, as a jacket, thank you, Nina, because that's the point. Yes, oh, over the deep olive Essential that we presented, awesome. And then the black on Gabby. By the way, machine wash, tumble dry. Black is most limited, small through 3X in the black. Last call in small and 3X. And I'm just going to call out construction. One woman said in a review she was asked if she lost weight when she was wearing this blouse. Other women saying it washes well, it's beautiful, it's flattering, it fits true to size. You can read all of those online under item number A347263. Oh, this next jean is pretty darn cool, because when you see it on, you think, well, now that's a classic, and you're right about it. Kind of from the hip down, it is. This is from Denim Co, the perfect denim, slim, straight ankle jean. The kicker is the rib waistband. Your price here is $31.50. No host here at the Q, not even Rick Domeyer, has been able to say that, because today is the first day anyone has presented this bottom for $31.50. Most of the time, it's been $49.75. So imagine $18 showing up, kind of like when you go to now take your coats out of the closet when you haven't needed them for months, and you find money in the pocket. It would be like getting $18 in the pocket of your new jeans. On Easy Pay today for $15.75, but that offer will expire at the end of the day. If you want more than 2 easy payments, remember, you get 4 easy payments with your Q card today. And you can shop that way with everything on air and online except for gift cards. We have 3 washes for you in this jean, and then I'll take you on a tour. starting off here with the lightest, this is the Antique Wash, and you saw that one on Suzanne. Maybe you like a lighter jean, but bleach isn't quite your speed. This Antique Wash has just a little bit more blue in it, and so that might be a nice choice for you. Next over is the Dark Indigo Wash. And you'll notice there's no contour on it. There's no distressing on this one. So if you like a dressier take, then I would go with the Dark Indigo Wash. And then your final, this is the Black Wash. Isn't that neat? Like as an alternative to a black slack. And I think you can do that because even the stitching on this one is black. But you're going to notice here some of like the classic elements, pocket, belt loops, and then I'll show you here the fly on this one because I know in the world of denim now a lot of us see pull-on jeans and it's just a true elasticized waistband, but you can see with this one it's going to be a zip fly button close, but I'm going to reach for, I don't want to jack the shot, sorry, reach for and show you the waistband on this lightest color because this is where you can really see the rib detailing. I was like, what the heck is the concept here? What have our designers done? And so at the front of it, you'll notice here, just past the belt loops, okay? That's where your ribbing comes into play. And then it wraps all the way around the back of the jean, giving you just a little bit of something extra. So when you're tired of the muffin top story, or maybe if you've got curves, this is not my problem, but maybe this is yours. You're curvy, but then you've got a tiny little waist, and sometimes jeans kind of gap open in the back, or you feel like they're right. Imagine how that is going to hug your waist just by giving you that rib that goes around what I'd say is 75% of the waistband. Do you guys feel like you're getting a good fit? I'd love to see, are you comfortable? Okay, both of our ladies are saying they feel really nice on. I'd love to see the fit of the waistband just so at home you can see what that's going to mean in terms of the fit. And it's not like you're adding like a chunky waistband that's going to make your shirt pucker out. And if you wanted to do a little half tuck, if you like to just tuck the front of your jean, then all you're seeing is denim. You don't even see the rib at all. But Suzanne, would you mind to spin around so that I can see the way that's fitting across your hips and back? She goes, yep, see?
Very soft there.
It's a very soft elastic. That's what I like. I don't want anything that's too tight around, I mean, really on any part of my body, but especially at my waist. I just don't like things that feel like I'm bound up. And so then you're anxious to just get home and take them off. Did you go true to size, Suzanne?
I did.
She did, and you're normally a size 2, so she's in the 2 right now. 1 inseam on these. It's a 28-inch inseam, so we felt like at an ankle length, if you are petite and that's a little bit lengthy for you, there's no reason you couldn't cuff these up and create a cute little, more of a girlfriend style with this jean. That's doable because, again, it's true denim. This is the perfect denim, so it's a real jean fabric. And then, Gabby, I'm wondering about the sizing for you because you're in that dressier black wash. Numerically, you're normally a 14. Is that your size in this jean? And she looks so smart with the blouse we just presented. Imagine her, so it's Casual Friday, and she strolls up into work in this clearance outfit looking like she owns the joint. And perhaps she does. Perhaps she does. And then you get a text. Somebody you haven't seen in a while wants to run and grab appetizers for happy hour. Now you're running to that restaurant and grabbing a bite to eat. And so this is how I think we do dressy casual this day and age. And I just love the look of it.
I think that's what was intended
That's
at the beginning.
what was intended.
People took it the wrong way.
Oh, for dressy casual? We all just went casual.
Casual Friday.
Oh, Casual Friday was supposed to be this.
It went off the deep
And then we all started showing up in our pajamas. No, this is, it's so smart. But here's, I think, where Suzanne's point was, like, if we take it too far. Well, I think that we're kind of drawn to doing that because there are a few things worse than being uncomfortable. And so when you can find a jean that is comfortable and polished, that's what this intersection to me looks like, because we're talking about 78% cotton, 21% polyester, 1% spandex. There is nothing rigid about the fabric itself, and then you get that comfort waistband. I mean, our gals, trust me, they wear, I'd love to know a year how many pieces of clothing you guys put on and model here on air. For them to be raving about this jean, I hope their opinion means something to you. If you want a different look in denim, my pick, the jeans that I'm wearing, are coming up. The fact is, they're just distressed. If you don't want any kind of hole or fraying, you don't want any contouring in the wash, this is the perfect jean for you. That's why we're saying it's dressy, casual, or just casual. It's certainly on clearance, $31.50 on Easy Pay right now for $15.75. So this is the antique wash. Here it is in the dark indigo wash. Only 6 dozen left. Wow, in that dark indigo. We have 6 through 24 left in the dark indigo. And then here it is in the black. So nice looking jean on Easy Pay right now for $15.75, but that easy payment expires when the day ends. The item number for your new jeans done in perfect denim, it's A309756. All right, more customer top rated coming your way. This is from the Active line, a fleece back half zip pullover. Customer top rated 4.5 out of 5 stars for this one. Now on clearance for $27.84. Nina, there was one review, she said, my favorite top. And I can't tell you how many reviews I read of women who bought multiples, who got one, and then when they got it home and they were wearing it and they realized, oh my gosh, I am reaching for that pullover all the time. Then they came back to QVC, they got another color, another color. Well, we are now down to 3 colors. And so I'll show you those in 1 second. First, I'm going to take a sip of water. Do you mind if I keep this back here? Last night we did a fire pit, and I feel like it's just the leftover of like sitting near smoke. Sort of thing, like my breathing today feels, but it was so worth it because it was me and Troy and the dog, and it was just so nice to hang out as a family. I love those nights. I did post a picture of that, well, of Action, because he's the cutest of the 3 of us for sure. I posted a picture on Facebook, Marian Nelson QVC, if you want to see my little schnauzer. All right, back to this piece. Customer top rated, lots of women loving the colors. This is the bright navy. We've also got it for you here in the black. How chic. If this were in name an athleisure store at the mall or in a catalog, would this be $80 or more? And then look at this to be able to wear back with your black yoga pants. Here is the true olive. Our size range with this piece in all 3 colors is extra, extra small to 3X. So this is active. Before I even dive into the fabric, but I'll get there in 1 second, I want you to understand what active is about. You can wear it with your workout pants to take it to the gym, and maybe this is that topper. Instead of wearing a full zip, you like the idea of this to where you're on the treadmill, the elliptical, you get a little warm, shed it. That certainly is one way to wear this piece. But then I also feel like the Active line is about an on-the-go lifestyle where you're looking for pieces that move really great, that you're running. Now we're going to pick apples and the hay rack rides and all of that, or fall sports. It's just a matter of being active where you still want to look put together. This is your line, and I feel like this is going to be your fabric. Maybe we'll try it on this one. So this is what we mean by having this fabric. Technically that's called the fleece back, and so you can see on the front of it, it's got more of a luster, right? That's smooth and sporty on the front of it, and then when I flip it under and show you, it's got a brushed hand to it. But compared to being a full-on fleece, which can be weightier, this has a finer gauge to it. So even at the hem, where it's doubled over, do you see still how thin that is? Awesome shot, thank you guys. So we're not talking about anything that is so bulky that you are restricted in the time of year that you can wear it. And look at the seaming on this one as well. So compared to, you know, stealing something from your son's closet, it's never going to have the seams that start here and then shape the body because their bodies are different than ours. Here, though, we want to make sure that you've got a flattering fit. So beautiful princess seams that start at the arm and then come all the way down to the hem. And then there's another seam that you're going to notice has a real slight arc to it. So instead of going straight across, which wouldn't be as flattering, now we're slimming the body a little bit and giving you that seam. And then while we're looking at the front, I'll show you tonal zipper. So in the case of the bright navy, if you wanted to layer this and put a tank or a tee underneath it and just have a little bit more color playing here, but I'm going to throw out something a little bit crazy. What if you put a white poplin shirt under this and then treated it like a little cardigan Don't you think? Because this fabric, the outside of it, like the inside is the yummy part, that's the mashed potatoes, but like the outside of this is a little bit more refined in its look and its feel, so there's no reason why you couldn't put your favorite button down underneath it, let that collar pop out over this mandarin collar, and then dress it up. And then you'll see here in the back, I was telling you about the seams on the front of the piece. They are mirrored here on the back of it as well. So there's truly no mailing it in with anything from Denim & Company. And for the devotees of this line, that has always been appreciated, that when you get these pieces home, you realize how well made they are compared to shopping at other places, where I feel like as consumers with a lot of different categories, we've just become accustomed to getting less for more. I think with Denim & Company, it's the exact opposite, whether it's on clearance or not, where you get it home and go, my goodness. I mean, I understand why women who want this look are spending $80 on these pullovers, but you don't have to do it. You do not have to shop that way for you, for your daughters, for your granddaughters, because I feel like this is one of the most ageless pieces that we'll have for you in the show. Like my niece is going off to Marquette. She's starting her sophomore year. I'm looking at that bright navy. That would work for her to be able to run around campus, because Lord knows she's probably not getting up real early and like running out the door, and I just need something to cut the chill or to make me look like I tried. Well, at any age, I think a lot of us dress that way because you've just got a million things to do. Like, what did you do before, you got to work today? I was emptying the dishwasher and folding laundry and cleaning the pool and like doing all of these less than glamorous things. That is real life. And so we want you to have pieces that work for you, no matter your lifestyle. Active does that without giving up on looking nice. That when you go to the store and you see somebody, you're not hiding, as I like to say, I'm not hiding in the produce section, trying to duck. No, you look great in this piece, and you saved money in the process. $27.84 for something that is customer top rated. Trust the other women who bought it, who spent more, who probably would have even spent more than they did because they were so impressed by this piece once they got it home. And maybe if you already have it, now you're coming back to get your second or your third. We started with 4 colors, we're down to 3. This is the bright navy. We've got it here in the black. And finally, true olive. The item number 4, our half zip pullover. It's A342732. So what's still to come? Can I just give a little bit of love to my, oh, we're gonna do that next. I was trying to do that now, and Scott was like, Mary, you wait a second. So we're gonna talk about these in a second, but one of the things that I love just as much as fashion is home decor, and so I want you to listen to Alberti sharing his passion with you in a new show coming to the Q.
Home is the place where you can always relax and be yourself. The place where you can entertain family and friends and feel comfortable and just have that feeling of, that's home.
Create a home that feels distinctive, inviting, and warm during Feels Like Home with Alberti, Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern on QVC2. Tired of tossing and turning? Get the rest you deserve with a new Casper mattress. Be there Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern on QVC2. Known for his sophisticated taste and exceptional style, accomplished chef, author, and Food Network television star Chef Jeffrey Zakarian returns to QVC with his own show.
Please join me, Jeffrey Zakarian, on my brand new show where I'll debut some of my exciting new products. Let's get cooking.
Don't miss the QVC premiere of Cooking with Chef Jeffrey Zakarian, Wednesday at midnight Eastern on QVC. And keep watching all day Wednesday for more visits from Jeffrey and his special line of cookware and more.
Well, it's all about denim this season. Our new Studio Distressed jean features subtle fraying detail that adds a fashion twist to classic styling. Designed in our very popular 98-2 cotton spandex blend, I've given you all the right details. 5-pocket design with a zipper and fly front. Plus, I designed these with an ankle length so they look figure flattering on everyone, and you can wear any shoe you want. These give you a modern look while the Denim & Company fit gives you room to breathe. You just need to amp up your cool factor and get a pair of our new distressed jeans today.
Oh, I told you we were going to hear from Gary Gobin in this show. He's not in person with us, but at least we could let you hear from him about the inspiration, the why behind the jean that I'm wearing. And it's true, the fit on these rocks. I mean, I put these on and I went true to size. I'm an 8. That's what I'm wearing right now in the darkest wash. But this is where you're getting everything that you love, like that whole James Dean denim throwback sort of look, but then cool to the nth degree because of the distressing on this jean. And then I decided to roll mine up a little bit. It's a straight leg jean. You can cuff them the way I've done it. You don't have to do it that way. I just want you to know that cuff is not stitched down. So you've got some options here in how you might want to style these. And so that's why I love them, is because I think they're great jeans. But then there's the price. So look at your screen if you would be so kind. This jean in this color and then in the antique is less than $25. Originally, it was more than $46, which I think for this look is well beyond fair, because I shop denim probably more than I shop anything else. And when I see, and I know that these jeans are made by the same people who make jeans that cost more than $200, that $46.50 was really fair. So to now get these for less than $25, this color is the antique wash, and so I'm wearing the dark indigo antique. Those are the under 25. This is the one that has me tongue-tied because the bleach wash is under $20. Under $20 for this jean, which means it's now about $5 on Easy Pay. And the distressing on this may be easier to see it either on me or in the antique. I just want you to know, if you're shopping for these right now, we'll present them in full in a little while, but this does not open up and show lots of skin through these holes. So just think about them as giving you more texture and cool, but not ever feeling like, oh my gosh, are these too young for me? These were designed for you. You let us know if you want the dark indigo, the antique, the bleach. The item number is A304258. And then I had to put these on. This is our big deal today. I don't get a chance to present them, but I'm such a fan of Privé Revaux. I wanted to share them with you. Do we still have 6 color choices, Scott? So 6 still available. I think 2 of them are exclusive to QVC, and over 7,000 pairs have been ordered. This is the Harlow. It's a brand that was created by Jamie Foxx and a couple of his best celebrity friends who said, why are we spending $300 on amazing sunglasses where you still want high-end screws and scratch resistance and polarization? All of that for now a price point of less than $26. I have 18 pairs of Privé Revaux. I love them, and I treat them like accessories. I have a couple of dishes in the kitchen, and when I'm dressed for the day and I'm getting ready to head out, and I'll look and I'll say, oh, I like that. Oh, I think my blue ones will look nice with this outfit. When they're not $300, you can kind of play. All right, let's talk more fashion. This is Denim Company. 2 hours, not just of the brand, but Denim Company clearance. And so we're talking about major markdowns, and some of them are new markdowns. In the case of this cute little cargo pant, this is the first day anybody has seen this pant for $27.82 because it was just reduced today. And so you get it home all in at that price, or if you're shopping with your Q card, then it's going to be right around $7 a month. But I love what's happening with what I keep referring to as utility, this trend in fashion. Last week I had a chance to do, there was a fashion event here where some of our experts who travel the world, truly, they've got such incredible knowledge in fashion. So they travel all over, they come back, and then they boil it down. And they give us, as hosts and some of our associates here, like 3-4 concepts that we think these are the shining stars for the season ahead. Utility was one of them for sure. But you and I both know that when you think utility and runway, some of those trends are so exaggerated. You're like, there is no way I could wear that on Main Street. Leave it to Denim Company to give you utility. And we're talking cargo pockets, but not bulking you up kind of pocket. These are much cleaner on the side. So your choices here, we've got 3 options: color, dark, a lighter neutral. If you know you're going to wear this pant, I would ask you to consider more than one if we've got your size. So this is the new stone. And I'll tell you in person, it's a little bit creamier than what it's reading, at least on one of my monitors here in the studio. Next over, oh, and let me call out the hardware. That's going to be rose tone on all of them. This is the navy, and I'll show you the zipper here. How cute is this? So this pocket detail is on both legs. Like, this is what I'm saying at these prices, where you would just expect to see either no zipper there, no pocket there. Meanwhile, you're getting detail there, and it's done in rose tone. Your third choice over, this is the rose brown. So we've already seen this color in an essential. Now you've got a beautiful uniform, casual uniform to add a cardigan over top of, because that's the way that we want you to dress, is to look pulled together, but to also be very comfortable. That is happening in this pant that you just pull right on, because it has a full elastic waist. So I'll show you this. Easy to get it on. And I do like a drawstring sometimes, but I am more partial to bottoms that have a clean elastic, because if I want to tuck in, just maybe do a little side tuck or something, I can certainly do that, but at least I don't have to commit to that. And then I'll show you here, see how that elastic is stitched down. That's going to be perfect for you when you go to put these in the washing machine in the dryer. And then you've got pockets, not just the cargo pockets, but let me show you these. See, look how generously sized the pockets are here, and just a little sporty stitch to highlight the shape of that pocket. And then here on the sides, these are functional zippers. So if you wanted to put something inside of those pockets, you most certainly could. But what I like about it is that it doesn't have, you know, the flap that can come over, and then if it's done in a heavy twill, for example, that can add bulk pretty quickly to the outside of the leg. That's just a really clean, lean look. And so not adding inches, but still giving you detail. And then to finish off the tour, a tapered leg, and then you've got a nice, soft, generous amount of ribbing here at the bottom of your pant. But that's going to feel good coming over the foot, around the ankle. You're not going to have little red lines around your ankle, because that's going to fit you perfectly. Because Denim Company, even though you've got a more fashionable piece in athleisure, that's the look that I see here, this is still from a brand that we trust to nail the fit for us, for our bodies, to nail the fabric in this case, which is 95% cotton, 5% spandex. So if you've ever worn any of the perfect jersey tops, I would ask you to think about that concept of the fabric, but just a little bit weightier, because you would want that in a bottom, because then we're not concerned about like texture issues, different things with our derrieres and all. And so for care with it, also pretty easy. Machine wash, tumble dry. Yes, Scott, was that funny? You don't like the idea of cottage cheese? Because that's for us girls. That's what we call it. But I'm trying to keep it on the up and up here on the Q. Just reduced. First day, we're presenting it at this price, $27.82. That's your new stone on Miss Nina. And then we've also got it in navy, and then finally in the rose brown, but most limited in that rose brown. By the way, it's a 30-inch inseam. So if you want to zhuzh it a little bit up, you can, but I think for most of us at that length, it's going to be perfect. Certainly was on our ladies. All right, Suzanne. You ready to shop for a crazy deal? Because I know that dress at $21 earlier was phenomenal. This stretch Oxford point collar button front shirt, everything I just said, I want this shirt so bad. Everything that I just said should make you love it, and then there's the price. $16.70 for this. It's one of the best markdowns in the show, and it's a classic. So listen, if we were presenting something for $16.70 and I would equate it to you to being at the checkout stand, and you look over and you go, oh wow, my favorite candy company just launched a new candy bar. I don't know, it's 40 cents, I'll buy it. No, candy's 40 cents. What is this, 1912? But you get my point. This, a classic that is never going out of style, that is always going to have a place in your closet, in your life. At now this price, I don't know that you could spend money more wisely than you would on this one. Your color choices are navy, but you're going to notice here, because of the fabric, it's cotton and spandex, but this is not like a solid. It's got a little bit of a texture, a little bit of a heathering kind of idea to it. That's the navy. And then if you look over here, this is coral. My goodness. Oh, I love this so much. With a white jean right now, I would do this with my dark indigo distressed jean that's coming up and not think twice about it. And then finally, This is the orchid, more limited in sizing with this one, extra small, and then medium through 1X in the orchid. Doesn't this look kind of like linen? It's not, I know, but it's not linen. So if that whole idea, you like the look, but then the wrinkling and the maintenance, not with this one. 98% cotton, 2% spandex, machine wash, tumble dry. Have you owned a structured blazer for years and it still fits, still looks good? Update it with this and do a rhinestone necklace or a tassel necklace, something like that over top of it. Pop the collar out. Or maybe this is how you're styling this right now with a denim skirt and your favorite pair of Clarks or Vionics, and you want to be able to wear it like this. But then the beauty of these, why do we love them? I mean, for me, it's a matter of unbuttoning these, and then because you've got that structure to the collar, look here, I'll spin it around so you can see. That is why it's standing up. So do you see how now that's going to frame your face? So if you like a little bit of drama, I always think the women who do this are so chic. I don't need to know anything else about them. I'm like, oh, she's got it together. You've got a pocket here at the left chest. You'll notice here as well, bust darts on both sides. So now it's going to shape your body perfectly. This is semi-fitted. We don't want it to be pulling here at the bust though, so go true to size on it. The bust darts are going to make sure that it fits here, gives you room here, but then it also shapes the waist. So instead of being the guy's shirt that just hangs on you, now it's going to follow the lines of the body all the way down, and you're going to notice a shirt tail hem on this one, which means it's a little bit higher on the sides than it is in the front. And when is that a cute look? I think when you put a crew neck sweater over top of this, pop that collar out, you've got a little bit of the shirt that's now dipping down in the front and the back. Pull that cuff out, roll it up, and you're going to look so smart in this piece. And I'm telling you, it's going to look like you spent a lot. That's the look that you're getting with this one. But your clearance price is a different story. This shirt is now 60% off. It's $16.70. And so, not on Easy Pay, but you could shop that way with your Q card, $4.25. And Suzanne was showing you. Do you mind to spin back around? And I'm going to point out a few things on the back. Yep, this loop, so that if you do want to hang it, you've got the loop built in. But this is something that Gary Gobin always stresses with their pieces, and that's the yoke. And so that's what's going to give you a nice fit here in the back, because otherwise, if it just hangs down, it's not capable of shaping your shoulder the way you would want it to. But giving you the yoke here, now it's going to fit and flatter the body just as you see it there on Suzanne. So my lady, in this one, it's sizing extra, extra small to 2X. Are you in the extra, extra small?
Exactly.
Exactly. She tucked it in with that little rib trim waist jean that we saw earlier in the show. It's the beauty of these pieces, because as easily as she's wearing it right now with a slim leg jean, you could put on a black pencil skirt and a classic black pump and go to the most important meeting or interview of your life, because that's the payoff of this piece, of any kind of Oxford, but a lot of them don't stretch. This one stretches. Yeah, it gives you room. It's comfortable. So this is where, when we joke about, oh, you know, dressy casual, where you think, you know, I lean casual. Yeah, this is dressy casual.
Like
white skinny jean, a ballet flat. I was thinking a red suede kind of dressy heeled sandal. With you in that navy, that would be a nice sort of Americana take on it.
Really cute.
I'm also obsessed with vests, so I would love to put maybe a suede vest over the navy in particular, and then do a dark indigo jean with that one. Truly, once you get these pieces home, because they're rock stars on their own, I think you're going to find that you inspire yourself. But then, you know, if you like to look at different blogs and websites and, you know, who do you follow on Instagram, then you get more inspiration. But once you buy this piece, you get it now, you will have it for years. There is not a date or timestamp on this piece. And as much as I love the trendy stuff, I also kick myself when I go to clean the closet and I think, what am I going to donate this season? And I see something that still has the tags on it, and I go, oh, well, I guess that really wasn't a good investment in the closet if I didn't wear it after I got it home. These are the pieces that you wear. You find ways to reinvent them season to season, year to year, and you look back on that 1670 and go, holy smokes, should have gotten 2 or 3. 400 orders now placed. So you're loving the navy, 300 remaining. We have extra small through 2X in this navy, but it is last call. in every size but the large. Please, please don't wait on this one, because once it's gone, that's it. We're not reordering. Once we see clearance from Denim Company, we rarely reorder. All right, you want some color in your life? Look at these next two. We only have 200 left in the coral. Medium to 2X in the coral. But then look at this one. This is the orchid. And I know when we started this presentation, we were most limited. All right, we have 4 dozen left. Sizes medium, large, and extra large. So how do you order? How do you order? There are 3 ways to do it. Number 1, you can call 1-800-500-7590. Second way, QVC app. If you already have it downloaded, that's the fastest. Third way is QVC.com. And there you can shop all Denim Company, where this entire line right now is available on 4 easy payments. If you're using your Q card, right around $4.25 for that piece. But the all-in price is still phenomenal, $16.70 flat. That's the price. You let us know which color and size, and it's to you in days. And then you're wearing it, getting the compliments, everybody wanting to know, where did you get your shirts? The item number is 8350022. This is a really cute piece, I think, because it combines the menswear and the stripe. But is there anything sweeter than eyelet? And you're going to notice that you get that eyelet trim in a couple of places from this piece. This is a tunic from the Studio by Denim Company line. It's a yarn dyed piece for $18.58, which is way less than what you're saving, for example, because the price here was north of $46. So if we do the math, it's now $28 less. And then with your Q card, same payment as we were just sharing, right around $4.75 for this piece. So we do have it in 4 colors. If you like that, that's bright gold. Looks really nice with your jeans. Can we just, hold on, give me a second. So $25 plus $18. What's that? Because that's how much your outfit cost. $43. $43 for her top and her jeans. Welcome to Your Style Live and an all clearance edition of Denim Company. We're short of me saying, where will I find you in America, and hand delivering this shirt to you. It's just a total wow, because it's all top quality, as if you spent full money on it. So here it is in Gabby's bright gold. Sizes extra small to 3X, and all of them will have the white eyelet punctuating the shoulder. Next over is the turquoise. We have sizes extra small to 1X in this choice. Here's the deep berry, really sweet. Oh, but only 100 to go around in the deep berry. And then bright navy, anyone? Last call. But look at it with my indigo sweater that we saw at the top of the show. What are our sizes in this bright navy, Scott? Small and medium only in this shirt. So let me show you why I love this so much. I mean, obviously the stripes are huge, always will be, but the twist on this, when we say Denim Company is great about putting a twist on the classics, it's the eyelet. And it kind of has a little bit of a sweet Western vibe to it, doesn't it? So here we're talking about it in the front, not stopping it at the shoulder. Look, the entire yoke is done in the eyelet. And thank you for that shot, because there you can see it's more of a geometric, but it's not open. So when I put my hand behind it, you can't see through it. So you don't have to wear, like if you don't want to have your skin showing, if you're treating this as a true tunic blouse, see, all of that is lined, it's backed in white. But if you wanted to wear this, I think this would be really cute as a jacket as well. I would love to do a white essential tank underneath this, since it is a tunic, and then treat that as a generous shirt jacket, otherwise known as a shacket around these parts. Open it up and let it kind of flow a little bit and get that breezy look that's now cohesive with the eyelet trim that's at the top of this one. But the colors here are original as well. And so how often do you see a striped shirt with the detail I was just showing you in a color like this bright gold? You never see it, but I think the bright gold looks great with denims when you've got the golden stitching in the denim. Long sleeve. Here at the cuff, you're going to notice a functional button here. And so if you wanted to make it more casual, open it and then roll it up. There's not a stay here, right? When we talk about the tab, you won't need it because of this fabric. Another reason I wanted to roll it up was to show you what yarn dyed means. That is the inside of the fabric. So if you've ever worn something that was printed on the outside, but then when you went to roll it up, you felt like that maybe it didn't look as pretty here, that it interrupted the line of the piece here. When it's yarn dyed, it goes all the way through the fabric, so now it's an uninterrupted line when you decide to roll it up. But this fabric has a nice crisp feeling to it, and so let me button it back up here. And I'll share the fabric content and then also how you're going to care for this piece, because I think you're going to love all of the above. It's 63% cotton, 34% polyester, and the rest of that is spandex. And so here you're going to get just a little bit of stretch in this one. Nice, navy's gone. So button placket, that's what I was going to say, and then a shirt tail hem with a real slight high-low. So you'll see here in the front of it, just a little bit, I would say it comes just about 1.25 inches higher in the front than it does in the back. Let me relocate the navy since that one's gone. Thank you so much for your orders on that one, Scott. Which is the next going to be, do you think, to go? Is it the deep berry? Would this be the next one out the gate, bud? He gave me a correct. So colors again, this is the bright gold. Here's the turquoise. And then finally, since we lost the bright navy, this is the deep berry. Next to go, 6 dozen left in this choice. Small, medium, and large only in the deep berry. All of them are the same price. So if you're curvier and you're used to, saying that your prices are more, we don't do that here. Everybody gets that same rockin' price of $18.58. That's $28 less than it was. And it's still top quality. So shop, save. Pick up some things that maybe, I don't know, if you think, is that my style or not? When it's on clearance, yes, that's when you try it. That's what I'm saying about this top. Because Suzanne, I guarantee we both know women who say, I love that exposed shoulder on other women. It looks great on them, but I don't know if I can do that. At $14.22, this is now the lowest priced item in the show. $14.22 for a denim shirt. Denim stretch denim with a cold shoulder, buttons up.
Low it is in the back.
Yep, getting coverage in the back. Suzanne is liking that. I like the 4 washes in this one because I thought at this price, I figured we would have lost more options in color or size. And so I'll walk you through what we do have because in one, we're doing better than the other 3. We've got what I would describe as 3 classics and then a wild card. So let's start you off with this lightest option. This is the bleach wash. We have large and extra large in the bleach. This is the antique wash, large and extra large here. This is the dark indigo wash, and this is the one that we are doing best in out of all of them. That's extra, extra small to 1X. And then this is the one that I was like, that's so cool. When do you see a color like this? That's chestnut.
Indian summer into fall.
Oh, Indian summer into fall. Suzanne, hey Suzanne, we only have large. Large only in the chestnut, but if you need a large, would that look cute with the dark indigo? I mean, stop it.
Yeah, and
Am I telling myself to stop it now? So what just happened? No, but I think this chestnut with the dark indigo would be such a beautiful combination. $14.22, that is the price. That's not the easy payment. Yeah. So what Suzanne and I are both really excited about is the cold shoulder on this one because, so let's say you don't want to show your shoulder. There is no reason that you can't put a cardigan over top of this, that you can't put a blazer over top of this, and then rock it in your way. I also love, and I was skeptical about this, I had a stylist some years back, I was modeling in a fashion show, and the stylist pulled out a cold shoulder top for me to put on, and then she gave me a faux fur vest to put over it, and I was like, well, now that's going to look silly because my shoulder is out. As soon as I put that vest over that cold shoulder top, I was sold for eternity on that look. And so truly, you're getting a denim shirt that has some extra pizzazz to it. And so think about it that way, but still wearing your regular bra. If you noticed on Suzanne, the shoulder seam has not been brought in at all. You're going to wear your regular bra with this. It's a true button front piece with these beautiful little metal buttons. They're so sweet. They've got some filigree detail to them. So if you wanted to be able to open this up a little bit, you're welcome to. pop that collar a little bit, and it's a nice weight of denim. It's not too heavy that you can't layer it the way we're just getting excited about. It's a mixture, mostly cotton, 98% cotton, and then 2% spandex. It's what we call stretch denim material. So let me just show you this, what the stretch denim means. So see, this isn't rigid, it's not stiff, it's very soft and flexible as fabrics go, and I love that. And so you'll notice here, a little bit of a high-low. So you saw the coverage that Suzanne was getting. At her height, 5'8", she's getting full derriere coverage here. But for me at 5'4", I'd still be just fine. And then you're going to notice here, button cuff, that does open and close. So if you want to wear it as a long sleeve piece, if you want to be able to roll this one up and make it more casual, expose more skin, maybe right now, because it's 118 degrees where you are. I know parts of California, Arizona, y'all are roasting. If that's where you are, well, then maybe you're still going to be able to wear this one right now. But for most of us, the weather is already starting to change. I mean, I step out in the morning to let the dog out, and there is a coolness in the air for sure. So I'm going to remind you of the colors. We'll start with the lightest that you see there on Suzanne. That is the bleach wash. Denim on denim. Yes, yes, yes. Please, will you do that? Could you tie it right now, since it's, and I'll share the overall measurements. We only have 4 dozen left. Suzanne likes the tail. Large, extra large only. Overall length from Missy size, and why she can do this, 28.5 inches. Yeah, that's super cute. Yep, have that down in the back, but you've got enough fabric in the front to knot it. Love, love. Thank you for styling. That's the bleach wash. Not many left. Next over is the antique wash. Large and extra large in this one, and only 100 left in those 2 sizes. We're doing a little bit better here. If you want a denim option, this is your dark indigo wash. Most popular. What if you did the reverse? Because, guys, what about this? The shirt is 14 and change. This jean is less than $20 in the bleach. So we could do the inverse of what Suzanne did and do dark on top, light on bottom, medium through 1X in the dark indigo, and then I'm going to keep my bleach wash jean out here. This together. Last call in the chestnut. Oh my goodness. Last call chestnut, large only in this chestnut. But if you're a large, and if you are shopping for this distressed jean, you tell me that does not look fantastic together. I like that a lot. Yeah, this jean in this color that I'm holding is less than $20. And the one that I'm wearing is less than $25. And then there's an antique option for you as well. Because after all, everything in the show is on clearance. And major clearance. I averaged it out. I sat at my desk in the host lounge, and I took all of the prices, I added them up, and then I divided by 15, and I got $24.49. That's the average price point in this show. This piece from Denim Company Active, I almost wore. This is the French Terry open front jacket, a jacket for $32.64. This is an impressive piece, like the weight of it, the fit of it. I think you're really gonna like it when you get it home. And how darling is the rib trim, and the way that it helps punctuate as I see it. It creates an exclamation point. And here on Tara in the photograph, because now you're really showcasing the way that it opens in the front, and then also showing off the top of the pockets with that striped rib trim. $32.64. But remember, with your Q card today, you get 4 easy payments. So if you're just now joining us, let me share this. 4 easy payments on whatever it is that you find. So in this case, $8.25. So you get that. Maybe you already have a Q card, you get that. If you're just signing up and you're approved today, you get that 4 monthly payments. But if you're part of that second group where you've never had a Q card, you're approved, you start shopping, you also get a $20 thank you. So imagine how far $20 goes in a show like this. You can apply for the Q card when you call to place orders, or if you just go to our website, QVC.com, and type in Q card in the little search bubble at the top of the page, it takes you straight to the area where you can apply and get started. So in this piece, we've got 4 colors. We'll start you off here. We saw this one photographed. We've seen it live and in person on Nina. Really do like this one, especially if you cheer for a team that has these colors. Could you imagine on game day wearing this? So fresh. We call it cranberry, and all of them will have that same color as the body, but then work back to white in the trim. Here it is in the navy. That's Spectator, isn't it? Kind of preppy. Here it is, true Spectator, in the black with the white. And then your other choice, this is the deep olive, and this is the one that I was going to wear over top of my olive essential. See how nice, like if you wanted to do the idea of a twin set, because remember what that used to be? When we would shop for twin sets, and I think back to when I was younger, like mid-90s and into the early 2000s probably. Twin sets back then were usually fitted cardigans that didn't exactly have a whole lot of length to them, and then it might have a little shell or cami or something that you could buy separately or that would come with it. To me, I think you can do the idea of a twin set, like doing a piece like this that's a jacket and then having an essential like this piece underneath it, keeping it tonal, but the stripe trim on this makes it feel fresh. Now it's cool and you got it on clearance. What was the original price? $47. Now you're getting it for $32.64. So either save the money or spend it on something else that you love. But I do like the fabric on this one, and maybe I'll show it to you here on the deep olive because you can see in these, like a slightly lighter color, you can see the loops on the inside a little bit easier. So this is French terry, and there are varying grades of French terry, so you can't always see those words and think that it's all going to be the same. Denim Company, the designers are very particular about it. They don't want it to be too heavy. They do want it to feel good against the skin, so if you're wearing a sleeveless shirt, a tank top with this, let's say, whatever is touching your arms in that example, you want it to feel good. So the loops are much more refined. They lay very flat against the other side of the fabric, which is where you're getting kind of that look of Ponte. That's the French terry that we love. And then look at this rib trim, how cool that is. Really cool look. And these pockets truly are functional. They're not just for looks, but you do have some cool, more of a sporty stitch, a cover stitch, so it'll go around that pocket. And then it also accents all the perimeter of this piece, including sort of this flyaway collar. So when it does open up, you'll see how there's a panel of fabric that comes from the shoulder all the way down. So it's meant to open up, but we want it to look finished. It also gives it some weight so that when it opens, see how beautifully it drapes as if it were just the loopy part on the underside. It wouldn't hang so perfectly. So again, your choices here. We've got it in deep olive, in black, in navy, and in cranberry, and the size range is extra, extra small to 3X. Now, one of the bummers in this show, if we just like boil it down, it breaks my heart and maybe yours too, when you see something that you love and then you find out that your size is gone. Because at clearance, that can't happen. We have all sizes and all colors in this piece. We are saving $14 today. The care on it couldn't be any easier. It is machine wash, tumble dry. So where are you going to wear this one? Well, the way Nina has styled it, she's dressier with a collared shirt, button down, cuff popping out. But then Gabby says, I'm running errands and I'm going to be the cutest one at the bank. Right? A white tee, which you could do with any of them because they all have white in the trim. Back with the pant that we saw earlier, because that was also from the active division. And so when you've got the same designers that are thinking about you and the way you want to style these pieces, you are guaranteed to find complementary pieces within the collection as a whole of Denim Company, but then also within a line like the active line. So on the gals, cranberry and navy. Remember, we've got black and deep olive as well. The item number is A309447. Woo! Gals, I've been talking for an hour and a half. Are you tired of, I feel so bad for our models in these shows. I really do think about you guys because I think they have to stand there and listen to me. America can change the channel. Like at home, you can just like mute me or, go see what's happening with the gold jewelry on QVC. But these three have to stand here. Suzanne, who happens to be the nicest person, says she enjoys our conversation. You're so sweet. They are such sweet people. Because if they seem that way on television, you wouldn't want to know they're that way in real life, and they are. All right, let's talk ruffles. This is one of the sweetest little pieces, like the ruffle detail, and I think that it's because it's not predictable. It has a little bit of a spiral feeling to it, and then kind of a raw edge that helps it peel back, so it's unexpected. It is a really cool interpretation. Let's go shopping for it. It's what we call the boat neck 3/4 length bell sleeve top with the ruffle cuffs. Your clearance price with this piece is $26.32, so that's $12 off. We do have 5 choices. So up first is Seaport Blue. Really pretty. There's a hint of cornflower in this blue. Next over is the black. We've got it for you in rose brown. Here it is in the meadow green. This is a nice palette, isn't it? And then your final choice is deep violet. Good news, we have extra, extra small to 3X in all of them. Let me show you the sleeve treatment here when we say that it's a 3/4 bell. So 3/4 is just the length overall of the piece, but I want you to see what's happening here with the ruffle detail. So they've taken this bit of fabric and given it this pearl stitch on the end. So it's not raw in the way that it's going to be fraying on you or look unfinished, but it's meant to curl up a little bit. Here at the top where the ruffle is attached, and also at the end of the ruffle. So if that's not your style, I want to call that out right now so that you don't get it home and think, well, no, I wasn't expecting that. To me, the ruffle here is exactly why you would want this piece. And so you'll notice that it starts here and then it spirals and wraps around the entire sleeve that bells out just a little bit, because I'll show you here underneath. See how it's all done? So this is the sleeve of the shirt itself. So that's a full sleeve, and then the ruffle is all stitched and done on top of it, giving you just a little bit of drama at the opening. I think it's just enough to be noticeable, but not so dramatic that sometimes, you know, these design elements as I see them, I'll put them on and then I'll go downstairs because naturally my husband's ready first and he's like waiting from, are you ready yet? Like that whole thing. And I'll come down and he's like, is that what you're wearing to dinner?
Guys don't get it.
What sometimes, Suzanne, when he questions what I put on, it's an endorsement. Okay. Then I feel like now I know I've nailed it. Because he is meat and potatoes. Then I think if he doesn't like it, then I am so stylish. He doesn't even know what to do with this. But fact is, he does have a point on occasion where I think, okay, maybe this is a little bit too much to wear to grab nachos on the patio or whatever. I get that. This is not. This is still stylish, but appropriate. And Suzanne goes, and you're comfortable. It's semi-fitted, but the fabric here is delicious. It's 58% cotton, it's 39% rayon, it's 3% spandex. So soft. Like, instead of wearing a regular t-shirt, why not have something that's just as easy over the head, looks nice on, show off your jewelry. I've seen some beautiful gold bangles on our sister channel on QVC today, some incredible jewelry, and it's all sell price there. The neckline here is something else that I want you to know about. Oh, and Suzanne's got the earrings on that are on your screen. Yes, okay. You guys upstairs, you are nailing it today. Yes. So this neckline, it's a boat neckline, but it's not so boat that it's in jeopardy of showing off your bra strap, because we've all been there. But a beautiful neckline that just shows a little bit of the clavicle, very flattering neckline for all of us. And then the overall length here, it's around 26.5 inches if you're ordering a Missy size, and then around 29 inches for the plus, and then the care, machine wash, tumble dry. I dig that with that jean. So cute. Because you know why I like this look on you at the moment? Because I'm getting worn in 2 places. I'm getting the look of loved, lived in here at the ruffle, and then I'm getting the distressed areas on the jean that also feel like you paid more money for them. Because if I tell you, Peace Love World, do you like that brand?
I love that.
So Alina, the designer for that brand that you can find here at QVC, and you'll see her pieces all over the place, like better stores. She does a lot of this look in her pieces, and then that's why we flock to that brand, because we like that idea. Here you're getting that look for an incredible price of $26.32. So remember, it's meant to look like that.
This is so fabulous.
See, it starts here, easier to see it on the body. So see how the ruffle starts there, and then it wraps all the way around, and then it stitches, overlaps just a little bit to give you that tulip effect with the ruffle. You want the stitch to roll up. It was all designed. You'd spend more money to have it look that way, and then with the jean. So now if we're doing our quick math, because you're in the lesson, so $46 for your whole outfit.
That's, oh my God, that's amazing.
$46.
And if you did the black,
and if you did the black
dark
with the dark,
jeans,
oh,
that's like a holiday look.
Yeah,
a holiday party.
I love that
right?
idea. I would do that because it's about the jewelry. Now this is the canvas. I know we're talking about the sleeve on this, but imagine if it didn't have that that detail, we would be calling it an essential.
Right.
We would talk about the necklaces that you are now wearing with this one. So look at your colors. So on the end, this is your purple choice, deep violet, meadow green, rose brown, the black that Suzanne said no reason you couldn't make that holiday, and then seaport blue. Cute and comfy. Cute and comfy. I know. It's hard to beat. And then at these prices, because this tunic, in case you missed it, is under $19. More than 300 orders placed. That's also studio. We've seen a few of those pieces in the show. The bright navy sold out. That's the turquoise on the screen. Deep berry is going to be the next to sell out, and then we have bright gold for you as well. The item number for that piece with the darling eyelet trim there at the front, and then the back yoke is done in that eyelet as well. It's A351588. Well, this piece was also very popular, the navy in particular. We started with 1,200 of these shirts in 3 colors. Only 400 are left? Oh my gosh, I'm getting hot out here. How many are left in that orchid that's on the screen? 4 dozen left in the orchid. Medium and large only in orchid. What about the coral or the navy? In coral, we have medium to 2X. And what about the navy? Did I miss that update? Medium to 2X in the navy. Wow, it's $16.70. So I understand why you're shopping for a classic, kind of looks like linen, but it's a mix of cotton and spandex. Really nice looking top. 60% off. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Markdowns, that's not an unusual story. Lots of markdowns. We saw a dress earlier that was $21. The jeans that Gabby and I are wearing, you could get one of those for less than $20. So let's talk here about embroidery, because this is the only piece in the show that gives you that detail. A striped round neck top with embroidery for $27.12. You're saving $15 on this one. No reorders available. So what does that mean? That the selection is only going to get worse by the second. For every color, every size, we have as many in each as we are going to have for the end of time. The item number is A354150. Sounds a little bit bleak. I'm just trying to drive it home, because the last thing I want is for you to wait, come back later today, come back tomorrow, and yours is gone. We do have 5 options for you here. I'm going to start on the end. These shades of pink are so beautiful, and I want to draw your attention to the embroidery, because it's going to change on all of them. It's not like we just said, oh, the flowers are this way, and we'll just put it on a different stripe. This is the fuchsia pink, and you'll notice beautiful shades of indigo, like think bleached denim. Okay, think that way. And then shades of green and purple. Inside this choice, you'll order fuchsia pink if that's the one that you love. Next over, this is nice looking, the black. And the black has pink flowers, very dimensional. Here on the flowers, and then there's a little bit of violet here on the smaller flowers, and you'll even notice, see how the leaves, they're not just green, but the stems and the outline are done in a darker green, and then there's more of a spring green on the inside. Unique here because it's inverted on more of the palm leaf. On a white background though, when we think about the stripe. Look at this one. This is the vibrant green, but then it's got terracotta and red tones and some blue and some dark green in the embroidery. Next over, while you're looking at it, here's the rich blue, and that's where your brighter corals are going to be, but then your leaves are done in shades of olive and tan. That's unusual, isn't it? With that blue stripe behind it. This is why we love designers. Because for me, I'm not a designer. I know what I like when I see it, but with my mind, I don't think I could ever sit down with a bunch of like spools of thread and come up with these combinations. But I love the way that looks. And then your final choice here is the warm beige. So that's the beige stripe, but then you're getting these harvest tones in your embroidery. So earlier when we were presenting an essential, the copper, I know Gabby, you remember that copper top because you were wearing it. Those colors are flying from Denim Company. You're getting them in the embroidery. So there's marigold, there's a burnt sienna, there's shades of olive in this one as well, but you're going to order by the stripe in every case, warm beige. Now this was a piece, because right now our size range goes extra, extra small to 2X with some of them. We have 3X in the rich blue. And when I was looking online, I did see we might have 1 or 2 left and at least 1 choice in the 5X. If that's your size, because we did bring this in extended sizing, we sold out of the 4 completely, but if you're fast enough, you might be able to get a 5 in this one. Over 200 orders placed just in the last few minutes in this piece. Good night. So this is stretch jersey knit. What does that mean? It's 57% cotton, 38% rayon, 5% spandex, and I'll just show you this. It's got a beautiful hand to it. The stretch and recovery is amazing. I think you're really going to appreciate the way this feels on. It's got a very smooth staple to it, and so if it didn't even have any embroidery and we were just presenting a short sleeve round neck top for $27, would you love that idea? I bet you would, but I misspoke. This is an elbow length sleeve, not a short sleeve. I was looking at it and thought, well, is that a long short or is that an elbow? Nonetheless, the embroidery is what we love, but then I'll show you why you're looking at this, and then I want you to see the fit of it on Gabby. When Denim Company does stripes of any kind, they match them up on the sides. So do you see that? How beautifully those are matched. That costs more money, but it's very important to us because we see it as a sign of quality. And it's kind of interesting to me, the number of designers that I've seen, and I don't mean like, you know, they're lower price points, because sometimes they're real money, that aren't doing that. Denim Company still prioritizes that kind of a feature. So again, your colors, you didn't see it, but I almost tripped a second ago. I'm sure the team is like, oh Lord, she's still up right down there. Here's the fuchsia pink. We've got it in black. Next over is the vibrant green. Here's rich blue. And finally, in the warm beige. So Gabby, which one did you put on? The black? Beautiful in the black. And she's wearing it with the jean that's coming up here in just a little bit. But the placement of the embroidery, that is intentional. You can trust that with Denim Company. Nothing is an accident where you look at it and go, oh, well, that's nice. The placement is on purpose. The scale of the embroidery is also intentional, both in relation to the size of the stripe and then also for us as women, for our bodies, because we only want things that look good. This looks great on. And if you think, can I do stripes? Look at how nice this looks on Gabby. She's 5'8", and she's wearing this for us in the medium. And I love your curves. Like, I think you have the prettiest shape, and you see how nice and flattering this is on her. So if you think, well, are the stripes going to bring attention to what I don't love? How nicely is this piece shaping her body in the shoulders, the coverage she's getting in the arm. Her waist looks tiny, but she's getting that boutique detail in the embroidery, the only embroidered piece we're going to have for you in the show. And once it sells out, it's gone. We cannot reorder this one, so I'm advising you to get it now. Shop for your color, and we'll go back through them again in 1 second. Get your color, get your size while we have it. $27.12. And with your Q card, that's an easy payment of right around $7. I'm like keeping my distance from this leg on the rack so it doesn't take me out right in front of you. Fuchsia pink, here's the black. We've got it in vibrant green, in the rich blue, and finally in warm beige, where the embroidery is different. So do you order based on the stripe color that you like? Or would you say, I don't know, I like the embroidery on that one better, and so that's how you make your choice. Just make sure you do it sooner rather than later. Well, the jeans that we're all wearing are coming up next. But before we get into the presentation, I want you to hear from head designer Gary Gobin.
Well, it's all about denim this season. Our new Studio Distress jean features subtle fraying detail that adds a fashion twist to classic styling. Designed in our very popular 98-2 cotton spandex blend, I've given you all the right details. 5-pocket design with a zipper and fly front. Plus, I designed these with an ankle length so they look figure flattering on everyone, and you can wear any shoe you want. These give you a modern look while the Denim Company fit gives you room to breathe. You just need to amp up your cool factor and get a pair of our new distressed jeans today.
We are putting on a fashion show wearing one of the most stylish denim bottoms ever created by Gary Gobin and Company for Denim Company here on QVC. How was that impromptu fashion show, ladies? Was that fun? All right, I'll go back over to my side where I belong and let you guys, the pros, rock these jeans, because when I saw these jeans when they launched, honestly, it was my favorite piece that I'd seen all last year from Denim Company. To be able to present them right now, and these are Studio by Denim Company, to get these to you in regular or petite for starting at under $20 is amazing. Already more than 200 pairs have been spoken for, and I'm glad these are striking a chord with you because they should. So we've got 3 washes. I'm going to break down the prices and the easy payments for you. The ones that I'm wearing are what you're seeing right now on Gabby. That is the dark indigo wash. We're more limited in sizing on that one. 2, 4, 8, and 12. So if you wear a 2, 4, 8, or 12, you want the dark indigo wash, you've got to act quickly. The next up that we're going to see is the one where you're saving. That bleach wash jean on Suzanne is under $20. It's $19.98, which means your easy payment for those is right around $5. If you like this look and you've been wanting more of a trendy jean and you know what you're seeing in price points, it is sticker shock. You're getting these jeans no more than $25, maybe less than $20, depending on your choice. The ones that I didn't call out just a second ago, what Nina has on, is this antique wash. And so when I look at these, if you're getting 1 pair, maybe it's this antique wash. If you're getting 2 pair, because the way I see it, the bleach and the dark are going to different places with you. Like the ones that I have on in the dark, and then these, I would style them differently. So at this price, while we have your size, please consider getting them because it truly is all about the look here. But here's the rub. When I shop, and I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about a different pair of jeans, I probably shop denim more than anything else because I love jeans. I wear them often, and I always want to know what's new, what's happening. I see them sometimes, they're so distressed. And here at QVC, it's a little bit more of a casual workplace. I can wear jeans in, but I'm not wearing jeans that have a knee that's totally open or there's like a cut. I've seen some jeans that are cut and they're flapping open. There's distressed and then there's destroyed. These are distressed. And so you're going to notice here, come in close if we can. I want you to see what's happening here. No matter how much I try to pull that fabric up, you cannot see my skin through that area that is right above my right knee. Now let's look over here on my left leg. See down here? No matter what I do, it's not opening up. You cannot see my skin. So I get the cool look that I'm after that looks like I've owned them, I've loved them, or you know, I bought them this way and I spent $200 or $300 on these jeans, because if you want to know the fact of it, these jeans are made in the same places by the same hands as those jeans when you go to the denim bar, and a lot of these fine department stores, boutiques will have, you know, a nice beautiful display of their pricey denim right as you walk in because they want you to buy those jeans, and you look at them and you think, oh, I really like the look of that, but I cannot spend that much money on a pair of blue jeans. Good news, you don't have to, because here we're getting them to you, in this case, for less than $20. In the case of the antique or the dark, under $25 for high quality denim. So let me tell you about the fabric, because if you're shopping jeans the way I do, you see everything from looks like denim, but it's really French terry, it's a knit fabric, or it is denim and it's stiff as a board. This is real denim, but it is not stiff. It is not crunchy. It is not rigid. So I'll show you the amount of stretch that you're getting, and not just in one direction, but multi-directional stretch on these, so they feel really good on. So it allows your leg to get into this jean and not feel like you can't sit down in the car or, you know, bleachers. I think about going to basketball games, that kind of thing. These are going to move with you. You're going to feel good in these jeans. But then we're also giving you, just like this is classic denim, giving you some of the classic elements here at the waist. So functional belt loops, and you'll notice those are happening all the way around the jean. Here in the front, this is a true, see, little Denim Company custom button. So a true operational button. Here we go. Open those up. And then a zip fly. And then look how cute, these pocket bags have the bandana print on them. Isn't that fun? And then the pockets are also functional. So sometimes you'll see jeans that, you know, are meant to look real, but they are not. These have true functional pockets in the front, and there's a little coin pocket that's also got a tiny bit of distressing on it. And then in the back, traditional yoke. Nice placement and size of the pockets, and see just a little bit of distressing here as well. I think Gary and his team have done a phenomenal job of giving you these little kisses of distressed and worn, of cool, as I see it. It's hard to beat that if you're looking for a trendy jean, but giving them to us in a way that is still incredibly wearable. So bleached denim, under $20, not on Easy Pay. Under $20, that is the price. If you do want Easy Pay, though, if you're shopping with your Q card, then this choice is right around $5 on Easy Pay, and the next two are going to be around $6.25 on Easy Pay. So let's give some love to the antique wash, because this is the one where you start to see not just the distressing, but it's what we call a contour in the wash here, so just a little bit faded down. What does that do? Well, it helps narrow out your leg a little bit. By keeping it darker on the sides, lighter in the middle, your leg looks thinner. And it's going to have the distressing on the same spot in every single pair. And then here on the end, here is my dark indigo wash, where you're also getting contour wash here. And I'm going to spin these around so you can see what that looks like in the back. See how they're in the seat and a little bit going down the back side. Gives you just a little bit more of that look like you've had these for years. And isn't it great that they still fit? Because heaven knows, when I look back at the stuff that I still have one pair of pants that that I owned when I met my husband, and I just, for nostalgic reasons, I can't let them go. But there's no way I could get those buttoned. Yeah, well, it's funny until you're like, what has come of my life? It's a memory. Yes, saving baby clothes or a lock of hair. I know. Okay, so here on the gals, and let me run back and grab your, I don't even have it, so you guys will have to tell me. Nina, let's start with you, because I feel like, you know, I've been wearing these the whole show, and we've been talking about that save-on choice in the bleach, but this antique is striking this perfect tone, I think, for a lot of women who want denim, but they're not light or dark. They're not going toward the edges. So tell me your size. She's in the 12, and that's your regular size here at QVC. And then how tall are you, Nina? She's 5'9" in her usual 12. I think you're going to notice a theme. These are true to size. You don't have to size up in these jeans, unlike so many of those other brands. Go true to your numeric size here. Okay, Miss Gabby, you're wearing my dark indigo, or they're your dark indigo, because they look like they were made for you. Gabby, what size are you in these? Okay, you're 5'7", and then numerically, what did you reach for in this jean? She's wearing the 12. Between a 12 and a 14. 12 to 14. She can go back and forth. And so you can see where these are hitting on her at the ankle. This is either a 28-inch inseam or a 25, because we do have petite available in this jean. So Miss Suzanne, under $20 in her bleached wash. She looks great in this jean. So you're size 2, and then I'm guessing you're in the regular length.
Exactly.
And then how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". And then my size, I'm an 8. And am I the only one who rolled?
I love the roll.
Yeah, I love this too. But you know, sometimes you'll see these jeans, they come rolled, and then you're married to the cuff. Here, you could roll them up and they stay perfectly, but they're not tacked down. So if I wanted to be able to uncuff them, that wouldn't be a problem at all. I just kind of like that look, more of a girlfriend
They look so good on you.
Style jean. Well, I think they look good too, and the fact that I pulled them on, I felt like they were smoothing my waist out a little bit. They do fit at your natural waist, and so that's the other thing that I want to be able to talk to you about is fit on these jeans. With some of these like really cute looks in jeans, they're truly designed for very small people or for younger people, and then for us as women, we go to put them on, and it's like, oh, reality check. Like, I can't have something that's low rise. That looks ridiculous, and I feel vulnerable. I feel like I'm going to be exposed in those jeans. These are going to fit at your natural waist. So mine are sitting just below my belly button. So we're not talking about low rise. Right. We're not talking about a short rise in the way that these are going to fit where the zipper is. And then again, the inseam gives you a chance to either go regular or petite at 28 or 25 inches to cuff them up or wear them down.
Like
see,
if you're bending down,
right.
you're able to
Here's
bend
what
down
Suzanne's
and it
point
stays
is.
up,
She's not, yeah, it's not pulling, like sitting down,
Right.
and it's not
So you
moving
can
when she
bend.
moves.
Like you can bend down and you're not
How about that?
your pants up.
Do you hear what
See?
Suzanne's saying?
It's important.
It's a novel
if you have little
concept.
Kids, if you have little kids,
Sure.
like, You don't want to be doing this.
But do you understand how silly? Like if I were reading a transcript of this conversation, I would think, well, now of course you want to be able to move in your clothes. She goes, because you can move in these.
Right, but often you have jeans you bend down with little kids, and
It's so true. And with trendy denim in particular,
Yes.
like you might be able to find a classic jean, but it doesn't have all of these cool modern touches to it. When you want modern and cool from Denim Company, you want studio. But sometimes, because you're getting all of these extras, then you expect to spend more money. This price is unbelievable. Scott, how many have been spoken for now? 400 orders placed. So what are you liking? Which wash, Scott, is most popular? Oh, he said it's a tie.
Oh.
But now the bleach wash is getting limited. So all three choices are popular, but if we look at the one that could leave us first, it is the bleach that we see on Suzanne, and as luck would have it, that is the most affordable. Under $20 for that jean, and we've sold more than 50,000 of this jean since it debuted. There's a reason for that. Please trust everybody else who shopped for this jean, and just know it's about timing for you at the moment, where you're in the right place, right here on QVC2, where we are live shopping for jeans that started under $20 that are as good as they look. This is not the time to be skeptical. This is not the time, my friend, where you go, if they're really that affordable, and I see the ladies and how cute they look, and I see Suzanne moving and raving about the fit on these jeans, are you sure? Are you sure? Trust us. We're sure, the women who own them are sure, but it's about the look on these jeans. Oh, you have them at home, Gabby.
What color do you have? Bleach?
Oh, Gabby owns the bleach. Well, I feel like you were holding out on us there for a sec. Well, I look at you in the dark indigo, and here's how I would, of course, with that embroidered tee, how cute does that look? And, you know, I styled that same wash with a long cardigan and an essential that we've had in this show. But I am super fond of a white t-shirt and a black blazer and a distressed jean. And then taking all of that, which feels a little bit safe, and then doing a bright shoe, a pump or a sandal with it.
I love this. I'm gonna do this outfit.
A little clutch in hand, a big earring.
Where are we
that's
going?
what I know. Anywhere, Suzanne, that's my uniform. And
I love that
and
uniform.
I've dressed like that for years, and I feel like it never goes out of style. But I think that's also why we go back to denim, because it never goes out of style. It's just hard to find really fresh designs that aren't out of your budget and that fit the way you want them to. That's what we're talking about here with this jean. I think while you're loving it, while you're watching right now, if you are watching us, you're thinking about this jean. Otherwise, you would have already turned the channel. Make sure you get it, because best I know, we're not reordering this pair of jeans from Denim Company, and it was the first time I'd ever seen distressed done like this. Remember what I said? Distressed, not destroyed. So I'd love to go back and show you, if you're just now joining us, as we approach the top of the hour. I think these are important distinctions.
Oh, yeah.
These don't open up. See, I
love
can't
that.
stick my finger. See, there's like a little bit of shredding over top of it, but when I pull, I cannot pull that open and show you my leg inside of there. Now, when we go over here to this other side, same story. Doesn't that look like you should be able to see my skin through it? Watch. You cannot, oh, I just ripped them. That's so funny. You cannot, in theory, open those up and see your skin. See all of that? You cannot see through it. So that's what I'm saying, is that it's a matter of giving you all of this character, all of this instant cool, without saying, I don't think I could wear those to here or there, whatever your destination happens to be. These are just the compliment magnets that you would want a trendy pair of jeans to be, but they're going to fit you the way you know Denim Company can deliver on. So 600 orders placed. If you want the regular inseam, which is 28 inches, we only have 600 pairs total. That's in all of our sizes and all three washes in the regular length. What about in the petite? Are there any heads up? We've got a few more in the petite, but I'm telling you, don't wait. Do not wait on this jean, especially if the bleached is yours. That bleached is under $20. The dark indigo that I have on, that Gabby has on, and then the antique wash that Nina's wearing, those are under $25. So you're saving at least 50% off, depending on the choice that you're making, and maybe even more if you get that bleached wash today. I hope you love this pair of jeans. I think you will. I'm really, really, truly, really fond of them. But everything in this show, this was a rockin' 2 hours, where the average price was $24.49. Nothing was over $34. Major clearance in this show. And you can shop all of it by going to QVC.com, click on the QVC2 drop-down menu, items recently on air, and you could unlock all of the savings. But the clearance party continues with some heavenly soft sleepwear and loungewear from Carol Hockman. Hope you'll stay tuned.
Easy pay every day. Have a Q card for a limited